going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson checking in with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about the Washington Commanders. It is a glorious Victory Tuesday. I know it's probably a little stretch to call Victory Tuesday when we won on Sunday, but fuck it. I'm still celebrating the fact that I'm a fan of the hottest team in the NFL right now. Before some of y'all say, how are the Commanders the hottest team in the league right now? Because since week 6, the team with the best record in the NFL, the whole National Football League, is the Washington Commanders with a 6-1 record since week 6. And we are now 7-5, 2 games over 500. And y'all need to talk to me nice right now because I'm in unfamiliar territory. My Washington football team, Redskin Commanders, have not been over 500 with 7 wins before the month of December since 2008. We have not had 7 wins before the month of December since 2008. So let me talk my shit right now. When I look at the television, when I look at NFL.com and I look at the playoff picture, I see Washington in it. I see Dallas in it. I see New York in it. I see Philly in it. The NFC East is back up. They are back up, baby. We all winning games. I think it's the first time in NFL history a whole division has 7 wins plus going into week 13. Outstanding. And our season started anemic. We were 1-4. We're hot. And we have a huge divisional matchup coming up this week versus the New York Giants with playoff implications for days. The current 6th seed in the NFC is the New York Giants with a 7-4 record. We beat them this Sunday. We hop into the 6th spot from the 7th spot because we would be 8-5, they'd be 7-5, and we beat them, so they would immediately fall under us in the playoff picture. If the playoffs started today, it would be a rematch of that team we played 3 weeks ago, and we had by 10 points. The 2nd seed in the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings, our former cousin, our former quarterback cousin, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Captain Kirk. That's who we'd be playing if the playoffs started today. The NFC, the Eagles are 10-1. Who put that 1 loss on their record? Washington. The Vikings, we had them boys with 10 minutes left before the triumvirate of Ron, Scott, and Taylor blew that one. And I need to see what we look like versus Dallas week 18 compared to earlier in the season before we got our shit together and our defense was balling out of its mind like it is right now. With the way that our defense is playing right now, I like us and I like our chances to compete with any team in the NFC. This conference, I keep saying it, it feels like anybody who gets hot at the right time can go to the Super Bowl out of the NFC this year. There's no prohibitive favorite. The Eagles aren't gangbusters. The Vikings aren't gangbusters. The Dallas Cowboys aren't gangbusters, but I will admit Dallas looks really good. Dallas has the roster, the defense, and the quarterback to go to a Super Bowl. But will they? Fuck no. They always blow it. We know how Dallas Cowboys do. Those motherfuckers could go 17-0 and manage to still lose on divisional weekend. That's what they do. Death taxes and Dallas losing their first playoff game. You already know the vibrations when it comes to the Cowboys, but I like the chances Washington has to make the playoffs at this point. We have 5 games left in the season. At New York, bye. Hosting New York. Wish we had a date for it. We still don't know if it's the 17th or the 18th. We still don't know if it's Saturday, Sunday, morning, afternoon, evening, or night. But we play them that weekend, the week before Christmas. Then on Christmas Eve, we go up to Levi Stadium and play porn star Jimmy and the San Francisco 49ers with their rejuvenated offense, I guess, with Christian McCaffrey and company. That's going to be a tough game. And then we got the massage man himself. We're going to see what's left of Deshaun Watson coming off of his 11-game suspension. He gets his first game back this week versus former team because, you know, they had to draw it up like that. The NFL and their fucking ratings. What the hell is an 11-game suspension, bro? An odd number like 11? Come on, man. They line that shit up like, oh, we got to make him return when he goes against Houston. But then we finished the season off against our arch nemesis rival Dallas Cowboys. We don't know what Dallas will be playing for at that point. They will have clinched a playoff spot probably weeks prior. I doubt they'll be playing for the number 1 seed, but they could be vouching for the number 2 seed at that point. Well, no, not the number 2 seed. What am I talking about? They're a wild card team. So they're most likely Dallas is locked, set, and stoned on the 5th seed unless they have an absolute collapse over these last few weeks. So we may be getting their A team or we may be getting them resting the starters, but I want to see what we're made of over these last few weeks because we're playing better competition. The Browns held it the fuck down without Deshaun Watson. Deshaun will have his football legs back under him and have the rust knocked off by the time we get there week 17. So that's not a team we want to sleep on. The 49ers are a team that can win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl this year. We know exactly who they are. We know exactly who Kyle Shanahan is. And D'Amico Ryans has that defense playing out of this fucking world. They shut out the Saints yesterday. We're not going to sleep on the Giants. Daniel Jones is 4-1 against us, career. He should be 5-0, to be perfectly honest, because if you remember that Thursday night miracle that we won on Thursday night last year in week 2 of the season, Darius Slayton dropped a wide open gimme layup touchdown to close that game out. Also, we missed the game-winning field goal, and they jumped off sides. We got another chance at it. So we had as many lives as a cat to win that game last year. And Daniel Jones always looks like Lamar Mahomes when he plays against us. This motherfucker be on read options looking like 2012 RG3, and he slings the ball all over the field versus us. The Giants are depleted by injuries right now. Coming off losses to the Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving, this team looks very susceptible, but I'm not going to overlook them at all because they are very well coached on all phases. Wink Martindale has that defense playing top-notch. Brian Daboll has that offense playing smart. They're doing the same thing that we do with Taylor Heineke. Not trusting him with the game in his hands, but just making him do just enough that the defense in the run game could pick up all of his slack. So I think whatever quarterback has, I mean, it's a very cliche thing to say, but whatever quarterback has a day on Sunday will probably win in this game. And I need Taylor Heineke to play like he did week 2 versus the Giants last year because we're winning games right now, but man's got to play better, bruh. Like, bruh, show me. Please play as well as the reception of the fan base treats you, bruh. I need Taylor Heineke to have a day. We have 5 tough games to close out this season. Taylor got to have a day at some point because he hasn't had one yet this season. That's what's scary. We're winning games with not great or not really good quarterback play right now. If we can just get some adequacy from Taylor going forward, we can be a fucking problem and make some noise once the playoffs comes around. But I got a lot more to talk to you about that game this week. I'm going to have Capizzo on the channel for a nice trash talking stream where we're going to take the gloves off. We're going to take some shots at each other's team, and we're going to get lit this weekend. It's probably going to be Friday or Saturday. Wednesday, I have the gorgeous Miss Nikki Gist coming on to represent the Giants in a game preview. We got the weekly live, and I'm definitely going to get the pregame show cracking on Sunday, seeing that it's an away game. The playoff picture is currently in our hands. We control our destiny. Hate that cliche, but it's true right now. The Commanders are right smack dab middle of the playoff picture. We currently hold the 7th seed, and we can jump up a seed to the 6th with a win versus the Giants on Sunday. Busy week of content coming your way. Hail to the Washington Commanders because